25 soap spoilers. Lorry crash causes Emmerdale death. Mel back in EastEnders. Eileen gun horror in Coronation Street. Hollyoaks stunt. 2 things that are always guaranteed to pull in the ratings and the awards in soapland are big stunts and juicy returns, and our favorite shows are really going for it this January. You'd almost think that the National Television Awards were looming. There are lorry crashes in both Emmerdale and Hollyoaks and 2 returns to EastEnders, while the drama is high in Coronation Street 2 with a wedding, a gun twist and a departure. Throw in some more soap classics like A Sex Misunderstanding, some heartbreak, a missing child, betrayal, a police drama, a big decision and secret being revealed, and the soaps are already kicking off the new year in style. Here's what you need to know. Coronation Street. 1. Kate and Sophie share a kiss after a night out as Kate's head remains all over the place and Rana is gutted when she finds out. But not as gutted as both she and Sophie are when Kate announces she is leaving Weatherfield and heads off in a taxi. 2. It's the day of Sinead and Chesney's wedding and the bride sharing a sizzling glance with her ex is not a good omen. After witnessing this, Ches fears that his day is doomed to failure, but is he right? 3. Gemma is chuffed to take along a less than enthusiastic Henry, but his sarcastic comments about the wedding put her off and she dumps him, until he declares that he has fallen for her, leaving her thrilled. 4. Seb sees the true colors of Felon and tells Eileen that he framed Anna and is also concealing a gun. After a visit to Anna in prison, Eileen finds herself doubting her husband, so she checks his toolbox. But what will she find? 5. Craig is excited when Bethany invites him round when she has the house to herself, but he is soon confused by mixed messages. And when she ditches him to talk about her secret job with a new mate, will Craig find out what is going on? 6. Sean is busy writing up his CV on Jude's computer when he accidentally deletes all of the pictures of George as a baby. After being kicked out, he seeks permission from Fizz and shacks up with an unsure Tyrone instead. 7. Simon successfully cons cash out of Leanne, but when his scheme fails with Carla, he is sullen, and swipes several bottles of vodka from the bar. EastEnders. 8. Shirley is in charge at the Vic and her first move is to tell Whitney that she is no longer needed. Bex advises Whitney to pursue her t-shirt business, but her opportunity is shelved when Tiffany suddenly shows up out of the blue. 9. Masood lies to Ian that he is a big shot and even suggests to Jack that he can pay cash up front in order to secure a flat. However, the truth is much different, and Masood even tries to dupe Carmel out of her security deposit. 10. Ian is surprised when Meloan suddenly turns up in Albert Square, but it's clear that there is more to her visit than meets the eye. As she and Ian catch up, what are Mel's ulterior motives as she uses the information to her advantage? 11. Determined to stay in Walford, Tiffany causes mischief by sabotaging Whitney's plans to move away. Later, Whitney finds a pregnancy test in the bin and demands answers from Tiffany, but what will she find out? 12. Masood is left in charge of foster child Daisy, and when she goes missing, the police are involved. She eventually turns up, but the police warn Mariam and Arshad that they will have to file a report which may have ramifications on their fostering. 13. Karen applies for a job at the laundrette, but her past means that the interview doesn't go well. She isn't about to give up though and ends up in direct competition with another candidate when they are both offered a trial. Emmerdale. 14. The Whites secretly make plans to take Seb to Australia, but when Loughlin refuses to go, Chrissy reaches out to Belle, telling her the truth about him hiding in the attic and asking her to end the relationship. Meanwhile, Robert discovers the plans of the family. 15. Debbie is confused when she is phoned by the police and asked to attend the station, but when she and Charity arrive, what will they find out? 16. A guilty Moira offers Ross some work on the farm and also agrees to sign over the shares on the farm that he and Pete owed. As Pete is bowled over by her kindness, Kane is concerned that she will give herself away. 17. When Heath hits Arthur over Laurel and Bob's fling, Brenda handles the situation admirably and Bob wants to win her back, laying out a trail and then proposing to her. But what will she say? 18. Harriet is upset after seeing Moira and Kane playing with Isaac and looking close together, and she opens up to Laurel about her self-doubt, explaining that she is considering quitting the church for good. 19. As Victoria distracts the Whites, Robert swipes Seb and the family give chase in their car. Inside, Loughlin confronts Chrissy over Belle, and when he grabs the wheel, the car collides with an oncoming lorry. 20. Moira is given devastating news when D.S. Benton arrives on the farm and delivers a shock, but is related to Adam? Hollyoaks. 21. James and Harry argue over what happened with Amy and are unsettled when it seems like Sami has overheard everything. Meanwhile, Sami has made another discovery and has a big decision to make, but can Kim set him right? 22. Tony shares his hopes with a shocked Diane that Harry moves back in with them, and she hits back by telling him that if he doesn't shop Harry to the police, then their marriage is over once and for all. 23. After a day out, the Maliks are heading home in their car, but as Sami and Kim bicker, Mispa loses control of the vehicle and the crash pulls in the Hutchinsons too. As a lorry hurtles towards the carnage, Mispa then has to choose which of her children to save. 24. As Maggie continues her secret cancer battle, Brodie takes her to the hospital and offers her a comforting hug. Scott witnesses this and assumes that they are having an affair, but how will Damon react to this accusation? 25. As a miserable Lily bunks off school and hits the bottle, Peary clashes mightily with Leela, prompting the teenager to make a big decision.